the next 3 weeks, from July 13th to 31st, we all looked at Tristan and thought he was just another handsome, brilliant surgeon stepping into the chaotic world of the hospital, right? But what if I told you that his medical degree is just a brilliant cover story? The theory floating around is that Tristan is actually an undercover investigator sent to expose a massive, terrifying secret organization that has quietly infiltrated the hospital's infrastructure. He is not just looking at patient charts, he is tracking dark money, hidden agendas, and absolute corruption. If Tristan pulls the wrong thread, he could bring the entire medical establishment crashing down. But here is the real kicker, ladies. His investigation is the first domino. When Tristan pushes that domino, it is going to knock over a chain of secrets that will destroy lives. Which brings us directly to Drew. Guys, I have been saying this for weeks, and now the pieces are finally fitting together. Drew's miraculous recovery process, his sudden, heartbreaking vulnerability, it is all a meticulously crafted act. Drew is faking his weakness. He is not a victim. He is a predator playing a very long, very dangerous game. He has a massive hidden agenda, and he is using his supposed fragility as a shield to deflect any suspicion. While everyone is bringing him casseroles and offering their sympathies, Drew is secretly pulling the strings behind the scenes, orchestrating a masterclass in psychological warfare. And who is the perfect, unsuspecting pawn in Drew's dark game? Willow. Drew is engaging in a deeply manipulative scheme, slowly wrapping his influence around Willow like a velvet noose. He is actively pushing her into a position of power on the hospital board. Why? Because he needs a puppet. He wants to turn the hospital into a personal tool to serve his own sinister purposes, and Willow's saintly, untouchable image is the perfect cover for his corruption. If you ask me, the devastation Willow will feel when she realizes she has been used to facilitate a criminal empire will completely break her. She thinks she is doing good, but she is actually paving the way for a nightmare. But every scheme has a weak point, and this is where the domino effect takes a wild turn. Enter Chase and Brooke Lynn. We all know their marriage has been on the brink of collapse, but what if a shared suspicion is the exact thing that brings them back together? The theory suggests that Chase and Brooke Lynn will secretly team up to investigate Willow. Yes, you heard that right. They suspect that Willow is not the innocent angel she pretends to be, and that she is actively hiding crucial evidence related to a dark crime from the past. Imagine the irony, ladies. Brooke Lynn, who just framed Willow, is now working with her righteous detective husband to uncover Willow's actual secrets. If Chase and Brooke Lynn dig deep enough into Willow's past, their investigation is going to collide directly with Drew's manipulative scheme. When they expose Willow, they will inadvertently expose Drew. And when Drew's cover is blown, Tristan's secret investigation into the hospital will blow wide open, sending shockwaves through the entire town. The dominoes are falling faster and faster, and the chaos is going to spill out of the hospital and straight into the dangerous streets of the criminal underworld. Speaking of the underworld, let us talk about Jason. He has finally returned, but the man who came back is not the enforcer we used to know. Jason has fundamentally changed. He wants absolutely nothing to do with the mob anymore. He is done with the violence, the territory wars, and the endless bloodshed. Now, historically, Sonny would view this as a massive betrayal. We would expect a war between them. But here is the brilliant twist. Instead of fighting, Sonny decides to respect Jason's choice and actually teams up with him. Sonny and Jason join forces not to run the syndicate, but to investigate a series of terrifying, mysterious disappearances that have been plaguing the town. Their deep dive investigation quickly leads them to a brand new chilling name, Hudson. Who is Hudson? He is not just a random thug. He is a highly trained, ruthless operative connected to the very same secret organization that Tristan is hunting inside the hospital. Do you see how the web is connecting, my friends? The hospital corruption and the street-level disappearances are two sides of the same evil coin. And this revelation forces Sonny to make a move that breaks every rule of his historic rivalries. For months, we have watched Sonny fume over Carly's blooming romance with Valentine. We fully expected Sonny to destroy them, but the dominoes dictate a different path. Sunny discovers that Valentin is being heavily targeted and threatened by this exact same secret organization. Realizing that Carly is caught in the crosshairs of this massive threat, Sunny drops his vendetta. In a shocking twist, Sunny, Valentin, and Brick form an unholy alliance. Think about that! The mob boss, the former spy, and the tech genius, all putting their lethal skills together to build an impenetrable fortress around Carly. It is a desperate bid to break the vicious cycle of violence that has haunted their families for decades. While the adults are forming dangerous alliances, the younger generation is facing their own devastating fallout. Poor Rocco is feeling completely isolated and abandoned. His friends have pushed him away, and the weight of his dark secrets is crushing him. We all thought Scout would be the one to comfort him, but the theory points to a surprising savior, Serena. Serena steps into Rocco's life, and their bond grows rapidly. But this is a legacy family we are talking about, and nothing is ever simple. Through her growing friendship with Rocco, Serena stumbles upon a massive, earth-shattering secret belonging to a certain dark, aristocratic family. What if Serena's discovery is the missing link? Or what if the secret she uncovers proves that this dark family is the original architect of the secret organization currently terrorizing the hospital and threatening Valentine? If Serena exposes this, she paints a massive target on her own back, forcing Rocco to step up and protect her, plunging the teenagers right into the middle of a deadly adult war. The dominoes are crashing into each other, creating a storm of unprecedented danger. By the time late July rolls around, the storm officially makes landfall in the form of Hudson. Hudson struts into town with a shocking public declaration. He claims to be the biological father of little Phoebe. It is a bombshell that threatens to tear lives apart. But just as Hudson is about to take custody, Ethan makes a dramatic, heroic return. Ethan drops a truth bomb that leaves everyone speechless. Hudson is a complete fraud. He is not a grieving father. He is a ruthless mercenary hired by the secret organization to track down Phoebe. Why? Because Phoebe is not just a little girl. According to Ethan's shocking revelation, Phoebe is the true, hidden heir to a massive, unimaginable fortune. Ethan did not flee town weeks ago because he was a coward running from his responsibilities. He ran to draw the hunters away from Port Charles. He sacrificed his reputation to protect that innocent child from a syndicate that will stop at nothing to control her inheritance. When Jason hears this, his entire trajectory changes. Jason, who just walked away from the mob to find peace, realizes that true peace means protecting the innocent. Jason decides to throw his lethal expertise behind Ethan. The former enforcer and the charming rogue team up, opening the door to a completely new, high-stakes adventure to keep Phoebe out of the organization's clutches. The domino effect has now pulled Jason right back into the line of fire, not for power, but for pure, unadulterated protection. But guys, you know that in this town, no secret stays buried when Ava is around. Ava can never leave well enough alone. Intrigued by the chaos surrounding Hudson, Ethan, and the fortune, Ava starts doing her own quiet, lethal digging. She thinks she is just looking for a way to gain leverage, a way to secure her own power and wealth. But Ava digs too deep. She pulls the wrong thread, and she accidentally uncovers the absolute core of the secret organization. She sees the faces, she sees the money trail, and she realizes that this group controls everything from the hospital board to the mercenaries on the street. Ava's discovery is the final, fatal domino. By uncovering the truth, she inadvertently triggers the organization's ultimate failsafe. She goes from being a curious bystander to their number one target for elimination. And because Ava is tied to Sunny, to the gallery, to the very fabric of the town, her danger becomes everyone's danger. The organization decides that to silence Ava, they must burn the entire town to the ground. Every single storyline, Tristan's hospital investigation, Drew's manipulative scheme with Willow, Chase, and Brooklyn's secret alliance, Sunny and Valentine's unholy alliance, Serena's shocking discovery, and Jason's mission to save Phoebe all converge into one massive, explosive climax centered around Ava's fatal discovery. The writers are weaving a tapestry of absolute destruction, and no one is safe. If you think your favorite character is going to walk away from this unscathed, you are dreaming. So, I have to ask you, my friends, when the dust finally settles, and the secret organization makes its final, deadly move against Ava, who will be the one to pay the ultimate price with their life?